Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So it looks like the US government is on side and asset class crypto appears to have some staying power. That is a direct quote from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. He told this to the US House Financial Services Committee just yesterday. Listen to this.
So when I think about some of the dynamics that are going on in the market related to banks, non-banks, securities, not securities, one agency in particular has been very activist in this place over at the SEC, and it's kind of tangentially related to the Fed, but crypto and digital assets in the U.S. has got a market cap of around $1.1 trillion right now. It's been there for a bit. Do you acknowledge that this asset class has staying power in the U.S. economy?
It appears to have some staying power. Of course, that 2.1 trillion was, what was that a year ago? A lot higher.
Yeah, it's had some volatility in large measure due to the lack of legal clarity, and so hopefully this committee will help that quite a lot here this summer with at least two bills, one on stable coins and one on market structure, and it'll be clear not just for Congress but for regulators, including Chairman Gensler, and obviously market participants, whether they're forming the ideas or investing in the ideas or participating in the activities in the space.
Ouch, zinger! Warren Davidson here with the comeback. They were saying this yesterday. The market cap was at about $1.1 trillion. And guys, take a look at that. It's closer now to $1.2 trillion. We got Bitcoin dominance still hovering pretty high at 49.6%. So this is what we're seeing in the market today, guys. Yesterday, I was talking about XRP price. We were hovering around 49.1. And just over the last few hours now, we did see not just XRP price, but the rest of the crypto market did rally. This was from late last night. Wednesday evening, XRP did go up to about 52.7, and now it's coming back down again. So we are seeing a bit of a retracement. Sellers are selling. They realized that there was a FOMO pump. However, the market looking very, very green today. And I haven't showed this website on my channel for a while. We used to look at this back in 2018. This is a heat map of the crypto space, and you guys can see the majority of the crypto space is green. You can find this at coin360.com if you guys are interested in that kind of thing. So some of the biggest cryptos: Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB coin, XRP. You guys can see Dogecoin over here is up 5.5%. So let's take a look at Bitcoin real quickly here. You guys can see Bitcoin did see a surge, okay? Last night we did see Bitcoin go up to over $30,000 per coin, 30,762 to be exact. And you guys can see that here now. Bitcoin is also coming down. Right now it is trading just below that $30,000 mark. So now we got Bitcoin trading at $29,000, 900 almost. But that's okay. We are making a new level of resistance up here at around 30,000, give or take. So let's zoom out here just to take a look at where Bitcoin price is zoomed out. Okay, and let me just zoom out here. Condense that a little bit so you guys can see that in here. Bitcoin has been performing very, very well on the day-to-day. Over the last 2 or 3 days now, we have seen bullish activity. Here, let me just zoom in here. And as you guys can see here, we're coming up hitting that resistance level that we saw way back in here, back in April, mid-April of this year. So coming up, butting up against that resistance level. We haven't quite reached that resistance level yet, although now it's anybody's guess. This is the next level to pierce through, $31,000. Can we do it? Bitcoin has been seeing exceptional growth. And as you heard Jerome Powell say here, yeah, well, I mean, apparently the crypto market is resilient and it looks like it has staying power. He said he sounded a little reluctant about it, but that was the general sentiment here. We can see Bitcoin up over the last 7 days, up 20.4%. Ethereum's up 15.7%. BNB coins up 7.2%. We got XRP up 6.4%. Cardano up quite a bit, 16.5%. Also Solana. So these are some of the coins that I'm looking at right now, thinking about, because these are a couple of coins that have now been targeted by the SEC, yet look at how much people don't care about what the SEC is doing. So we're seeing money flow into the market, guys. This is not going to change, even with the SEC coming down and targeting specific coins. Thing is, we don't know which coin is going to perform best in the next bull run. So I talk about strategy on my Patreon site, guys. You can find me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. And for all my patrons, I did post another update yesterday if you guys didn't catch it. Some more cost averaging zones, although now the market is moving upwards. So don't know if we are going to hit these specific targets, at least Maybe not yet. That said, we have hit some targets, though. That just happened last week. Anyway, more reasons, though, why Bitcoin is flying. Okay, another investment firm, Valkyrie, files for a spot Bitcoin ETF. This one brought to us by Anders here, retweeting out Watcher Guru's tweet. How many Bitcoin ETFs are we up to now in the last couple of days? So, Valkyrie is the latest. Fund shops, big and small, are lining up to offer a Bitcoin spot exchange traded fund, and another one just joined. Valkyrie filed for its own Bitcoin fund on Wednesday, joining BlackRock, Bitwise Asset Manager, WisdomTree, and Invesco. So the Nashville-based investment firm is the smallest shop of the bunch, with just 2 exchange traded funds and roughly $36 million in assets under management between them. And that sounds a little peculiar, doesn't it? Usually you would think it's the big guys that would get priority. Well, don't jump to conclusions too fast, because you know who's connected to Valkyrie. Cowboy Crypto here posting this. Interesting factoid about Valkyrie Investments. It is co-founded by Stephen McClurg, who founded PayDrop with Jason Trupe, and Jason is ex-FBI. Check this out. So he's already connected to the government in that capacity, founded by Jason Trupe and Stephen McClurg. This is PayDrop. And these are also the founders of Valkyrie Investments, Leah Wald and Stephen McClurg. So there's that connection there. Also, Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unboxed uncovered this. Co-founder of Valkyrie is Stephen McClurg, who co-founded Theseus, an IOST incubated project funded by Sequoia Capital China. IOST just started a $100 million fund for the Ethereum virtual machine devs in May of this year. So another connection here, okay? Leah Wald and Stephen McClurg. So these two are with Valkyrie, but Sequoia Capital China leads financing for Theseus, a stealth blockchain project incubated at IOST. And more connections here. IOST Foundation starts a $100 million fund for the EVM developers. The venture is being funded through IOST's institutional investment partners, with Big Chandel Capital leading the raise. This was back in April 2022. So it's looking as though all roads are pointing back to government, at least with this Jason Trupe connection. And what was it, the CIA? No, the FBI. You guys can see down here, this is just a screen grab of Jason Trupe's, the past jobs that he's had. PayDrop and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So his connections there with Valkyrie and the US government, and also their connections with Ethereum. So the web just gets more twisted. Wanted to thank Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unboxed and Cowboy Crypto here just for pointing that out. Valkyrie, the latest one, although they are a small investment firm, it's looking as though they've got the connections to make this thing rock and roll. Now, Max Keiser also came out and gave his opinion about the XRP lawsuit. It actually wasn't as scathing as I thought this was going to be. Bitcoin proponent Max Keiser believes Ripple will lose its case against the US SEC because XRP is marked for death. And, you know, he sounds kind of level-headed in this tweet, which is a bit of a departure for Max Keiser, I gotta say. He predicted that the lawsuit would be negative. So in that regard, I guess he has not been really following it as closely as we are. So he doesn't really know the ins and outs. But he did say this, which I do agree with. I keep telling you guys the SEC swept away the independent crypto exchanges and players to make room for BlackRock, WisdomTree, Fidelity, etc. to get into Bitcoin. XRP ain't gonna win their case. This was never about the law. XRP was marked for death, and Gary's job is to take it out. In El Salvador, we just got rid of all this nonsense with a new law that says Bitcoin is money. Everything else is an unregistered security. We're building Bitcoin country here. Join us. And so that is his assessment on the matter. He does agree. I mean, despite his Bitcoin maximalist ideology, he does in fact agree that the SEC was used to take out XRP and, I mean, I guess according to him, all the rest of the other crap coins out there. But anyway, another push here promoting Bitcoin. Still wondering if we're going to get above that $31,000 level. I want to keep moving. Some more interesting news here from Ian Binns. Millions have stolen XRP through exchanges after an epic heist. Guys, this happened earlier this month, but here's some recent information that we're getting. The aftermath of the notorious atomic wallet hack continues to unfold as millions of stolen XRP tokens resurface, making their way through major crypto exchanges. So some XRP was stolen, and these coins are resurfacing onto other exchanges. The incident, which occurred in early June, left a trail of dismay as the popular hot crypto wallet fell victim to a cyber attack, and this was allegedly by a North Korean hacking group. Recently, the experts from X-Explorer, a prominent crypto intelligence provider, managed to track some of the stolen tokens as they moved among various platforms. Their efforts shed light on the ongoing activities of the hackers, prompting action to reclaim the stolen funds. So XRP Forensics, or XR here, posted this. Atomic wallet hackers are heavily laundering funds today, spawning new accounts to avoid block lists. We're monitoring and working closely with exchanges to try and seize as much as possible. Still got about 20 million XRP left on the move. So these guys are tracking these hackers, keeping tabs on where this XRP is going. The forensic team took to social media. What does it say down here? The movement of the funds became apparent when millions of tokens flooded exchanges with substantial amounts flowing into platforms like KuCoin, Binance, Whitebit, OKX, and Huobi. So these hackers looking to move quickly, and at least we got the good guys trying to track them down. So even the hackers, I think, have an inclination of how valuable XRP particularly is going to be. I don't know if in this hack they got any other coins specifically. This one is just mentioning the XRP that they hijacked. But I mean, I'm thinking they are realizing how valuable this coin is going to be because of the partnerships, and not just partnerships in one country, but globally. This one from ISO 20022, Let's Do It. Ripple partner ACI discussing their involvement with FedNow and the partnership with the Federal Reserve. Now, this clip was translated. I think it was in Indonesian. That's what T4POBR4N3 says down here. Translated English, Indonesian. Listen to this, guys.
So, real-time payments is the heart of the new global payments landscape, right, which is evolving rapidly. And FedNow in the U.S. is Federal Reserve's first major new payment initiative that's coming out in North America in recent years. ACI has been the leader in the real-time payments across the world, and we currently support 18 real-time domestic schemes around the world, including Zelle, TCH, and now FedNow with our recent launch. So this partnership between FedNow and ACI is really valuable as we bring in those invaluable insights into the FedNow working group that would help drive the adoption and growth of this new payment type.
ACI, as you're well aware, has been a pioneer and a leader in payments, as well as real-time payments over a long period of time. And as such, we bring a wealth of experience to the work group, the Federal Reserve RFP work group, because of all the use cases and edge cases and requirements that we've seen around the world. So with that, we believe the partnership with the Federal Reserve to get RFP off the ground is going to be extremely beneficial, mutually beneficial for both ACI and real-time payments in general.
So with regards to ACI and real-time payments in general, getting their feet off the ground, the partnership is sounding like it's proving to be fruitful. And FedNow, guys, looking to launch very, very soon, in about a week or so. This video was recorded on June the 22nd, and we're looking at the implementation of FedNow July 2023, and I think it's supposed to be July 1st, 2023. Some great news there from ACI Worldwide. Wanted to thank ISO 20022 Let's Do It here on Twitter for posting that. Wrath of Kahneman, guys, also posting this with another Ripple partner, Modulr. They're a Ripple user and have expanded into Spain and France. They're unlocking opportunities for businesses with embedded payments, looking for growth and a deeper presence and product functionality specifically for the French and Spanish markets. Regulatory and branch registration approvals with the central banks, the Banque de France and the Banco de España, allows the embedded payment leader to add a layer of specific localization in these markets, increasing the competitiveness of regional firms both in country and across the UK and EEA. So Modulr, they enable software-based businesses to embed payments and account functionality direct into their own tech stack and move money securely and compliantly across the UK and EEA with a single set of flexible and scalable APIs. Note that Modulr is, guys, working with the Banque de France and the Banco de España, two central banks, big central banks, by the way, and they are a Ripple partner. So we are also seeing central bank partnerships, by extension, secondary partnerships with Ripple-enabled companies now. Modulr allows business payments to operate 24/7 under full software control and in real time, an alternative to traditional corporate bank payments, which fail to offer these features which customers increasingly expect. Building on Modulr's highly flexible account creation APIs, businesses can automatically reconcile high-volume income payments without the usual manual and lengthy processes. So this is what they're looking for, a streamlined approach. Central banks now working with Ripple partners, so not even Ripple directly, Ripple partners to improve their payments. And these are no small central banks either. This is the French Central Bank and the Spanish Central Bank. So guys, this sounds big. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. Also wanted to bring this up, another one from the Wrath of Kahneman here with regards to Ripple partner Nubank. Nubank completes all mandatory steps for their payment initiator status. And guys, this is happening in Brazil. So another Ripple partner fulfilling all stages of payment initiator onboarding. Nubank can now perform the initiation of PIX payment transactions within the framework of Open Finance Brazil, the payment transactor initiator established by the central bank in 2021 to operate in open banking, and PIX allows for the triggering of payment instructions from the customer initiating the transaction, even without processing their account details, thereby ensuring that the funds are directly deposited into the recipient's account. The role of the initiator is solely limited to this initial action, and it neither requires nor possesses access to the funds being transferred by the customer. So it sounds as though this is another central banking partnership, this time with another important and influential country financially, economically, Brazil. The Central Bank of Brazil stated that the primary objective of this program is to stimulate innovation and enhance competition in the provision of payment services. The initiation service enables customers to initiate payments through various institutions, regardless of their location, while the involved accounts are held at the respective institutions. So again, looking to streamline payments, looking for flexibility in payments. It's moving away from the old antiquated technology and looking to branch out. Obviously now, now that these central banks are realizing, okay, we've got better technology and buddy over there is doing it, so we better do it over here too. They don't want to be left behind, as I forget who was saying it the other day, but it just goes to that point that guy on that one podcast that I don't know, it just keeps sticking in my head, and that was years ago now. He said back then, nobody wants to be the first, and this is with regards to crypto integration in the big banks. He says, nobody wants to be the first, but everybody will be clamoring to be the second. So this is now what we're seeing, guys, in 2023, central banks partnering up with these Ripple partners, in this case, Nubank, and, even in Modulr's example here, the Banque de France and the Banco de España, the French and Spanish central bank, respectively. So there you have it, more great news. Again, wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for mentioning that. But the biggie from yesterday, guys, Brad Garlinghouse posting this as a major global financial center. Singapore led the way in taking a pragmatic, innovative first approach to crypto, and we're incredibly proud. Ripple is one of a handful of firms, so less than 20 firms, guys, to receive in-principle approval for the MAS MPI license for digital payment token services. Ripple is going to dominate Singapore. Ripple is now approved to deepen their roots in the APAC region, guys, and they have obtained this license in Singapore. This is directly from Ripple's Insights blog. So this approval sets Ripple well on its way to further scaling customer use of crypto-enabled payments in Singapore and across the APAC region. So with customers across the APAC region, Ripple's payment solutions experienced massive growth in 2022, providing businesses and financial institutions with the ability to streamline their cross-border payments. Internally, Ripple's operations in the Singapore office strengthened as a number of employees doubled to support growing demand in the region. So guys, jumping on ODL, Ripple now taking it a step further. Getting that license, the Monetary Authority of Singapore and Ripple have been partnered for some time, but now they've got the license. It is official. Ripple has had a strong pulse on the opportunity that Singapore presents since opening its Asia Pacific headquarters in 2017 and hosting its annual Swell Global Conferences in Singapore just 2 years ago. That was the one before the beer flu hit. It's looking as though Ripple employees are very excited about this, like Monica Long, as RippleNet grows into a platform with regulated crypto-enabled services like instant settlement and liquidity. Obtaining licenses in jurisdictions like Singapore is key. So guys, this is a major business hub, and Ripple is realizing this, isolating the need for this opportunity. I'm especially excited for the potential for growth here. APAC is already a huge market for Ripple, with ODL volumes flowing through Singapore growing over 5x year on year. So think of that for a second, 5x, 5 times year on year. And it's only going to get higher, I think. Stuart Alderati even saying, the MIS has built a workable framework that truly unites customer protection, market integrity, and innovation. They've also outlined a clear taxonomy to classify and regulate digital assets, making it possible for companies like Ripple to build and offer compliant products. It's been said many times, but bears repeating, regulatory clarity is what will help drive crypto utility for real-world use cases, guys. So regulatory clarity in Singapore, this is what's giving Ripple the leg up. Stuart Alderati saying it's going to be regulatory clarity, and we're getting more and more worldwide. And this is what's going to drive crypto utility. And guys, there are only a handful of coins that are actually doing something useful in crypto right now, XRP being one of them. There certainly are a handful of others. So we're looking to the future, looking to hold specific coins long term. But in the short term, guys, the fact of the matter remains we are still currently in a spec market. So you can follow me trading on my Patreon. My Patreon is going to be dedicated to the trades I make in this coming bull run. So if that's your kind of thing, it's at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.